Oh, cafe life in Lisbon. Hello. So, we're at Brasileria do Chiado, right off the square near our hotel. We had a free day today, so we decided to just sleep in, have a slow start to our day. It's like 2:30. This is our first meal of the day, so it involves cappuccino. We're just watching the life of Lisbon go by here in the Chiado neighborhood. It's lovely. It's a beautiful day, blue sky, about 73 degrees, just fabulous. And we're just going to wander about the city some today, and we're really looking forward to it. Fabulous pumpkin soup.
The Commercial Square is located at the edge of the Tagus River, and it has a rich history dating back to the 18th century, when it served as the main entrance to the city. It was once the location of the royal palace, which was destroyed by an earthquake in 1755. Since then, the square has been redesigned and rebuilt many times, and today it is a vibrant public space with numerous shops, restaurants, and cafes. At the center of the square stands a statue of King Dom José I, who commissioned the rebuilding of Lisbon after the earthquake. The statue is surrounded by a grand arch that leads to the Rua Augusta, a popular pedestrian shopping street that runs through the heart of the city. The Commercial Square is known for its grandeur and historical significance. It also serves as a transportation hub, with a ferry terminal and numerous bus and tram stops nearby. The square is a rectangular shape and is surrounded by grand yellow buildings with white trim, giving it a distinct appearance. These buildings house various government offices, cafes, restaurants, and shops. Aside from its historical significance and architectural beauty, the Commercial Square is a popular spot for locals and tourists to gather, relax, and enjoy the views of the Tagus River. Visitors can take a stroll along the promenade or enjoy a meal at one of the many restaurants that offer outdoor seating with views of the river. Overall, the Praça do Comércio is a must-see destination for anyone visiting Lisbon, as it offers a unique combination of history, architecture, and modern amenities.
So one pineapple, please, and 2 straws. With alcohol, with rum. Do you want it with rum or without rum? Are we day drinking today?
I don't know, it's up to you.
Whatever you want. Do you want rum?
I don't care.
Well, you decide, because I'm not going to.
Yeah, sure. Where's the alcohol?
It also tastes more like pineapple juice than anything else, but it doesn't taste like pina colada. That's okay. It's clever. It's cute. It's refreshing. We're here.
Get the hell out of the way.
As bad as in the U.S. An ambulance. Get out of the way. Hey. The streets are beautiful. This is Lisbon's answer to the Champs-Élysées. A wide street, wide boulevard, lots of cafes, lots of high-end shops. You've got a monument at one end, and you've got more monuments in a square at the other. So we thought we would take a stroll. This is the Avenue de Liberté, it is called. The Avenue de Liberté. I said it French, but...
Is that French that you're speaking?
I realized
Because that don't sound like no Portuguese that I've heard.
Avenue de Liberté. I'm not sure how you would say it sounding Portuguese.
This is Liberty Avenue. That's what I call it. We calls it Liberty Avenue.
But our guide called it the Avenue de Liberté
Okay.
the other day. So,
Very good.
pick it up on
Avenida da Liberdade is a major avenue located in the center of Lisbon, Portugal. It was built in the 19th century and is known for its wide pedestrian sidewalks, trees, fountains, and luxury shops, making it one of the most iconic and elegant streets in the city. The avenue stretches for 1.1 kilometers, 0.68 miles, and connects Praça dos Restauradores to Praça do Marquês de Pombal, passing through one of the main commercial and financial districts of Lisbon. It was designed in the 19th century by the Portuguese architect José Luís Monteiro, who was inspired by the famous Champs-Élysées in Paris. In addition to the luxury shops, Avenida da Liberdade is also home to several five-star hotels, theaters, and other cultural and historic buildings, including the monument to the Marquis of Pombal, who was responsible for the reconstruction of Lisbon after the devastating earthquake of 1755. The avenue is a popular destination for tourists and locals alike, offering a unique blend of luxury, culture, and history in the heart of Lisbon. Oliveira Martins, 1845 to 1894, was a Portuguese historian, politician, and writer.
What did he do?
He was born in Lisbon, Portugal, and studied law at the University of Coimbra. Martins is known for his works on Portuguese history, including Historia de Portugal, History of Portugal, and Portugal Contemporâneo, Contemporary Portugal, which are considered some of the most influential works in Portuguese historiography. He was also involved in politics and served as a member of the Portuguese Parliament. In addition to his historical and political works, Martins was also a writer of fiction and poetry. Some of his most notable works in this area include Os Pobres, The Poor, and Patria, Homeland. Martins died at the age of 48, leaving behind a legacy as one of Portugal's most important historians and intellectuals of the late 19th century.
Everybody has a statue.
Bernardo O'Higgins, 1778 to 1842, was a Chilean independence leader who played a crucial role in the struggle for Chilean independence from Spain. He was born in Chillán, Chile, the son of an Irish-born father and a Chilean mother. He was later named Supreme Director of Chile, serving as the country's head of state from 1817 to 1823. During his time as leader of Chile, O'Higgins implemented a number of important reforms, including the establishment of a national education system and the abolition of slavery. He also oversaw the drafting of Chile's first constitution in 1822. O'Higgins was a complex and controversial figure, and his legacy is still debated in Chile today. Some see him as a hero who played a crucial role in securing Chilean independence and modernizing the country, while others criticize his authoritarian tendencies and the harsh measures he took to maintain his grip on power. Despite the controversies surrounding his legacy, O'Higgins remains an important figure in Chilean history, and his name and image can be found throughout the country, from the capital city of Santiago to the remote corners of Patagonia.
That was the president again traveling in style. That church, hotel used to be up there. It's left over from the earthquake. When they rebuilt, that was still standing, so they just left it to show the scars of the earthquake.
Yeah. Isn't that the one she was talking about right here, the shoe store?
The smallest store in the world.
Lovaria Ulysses is a small, traditional glove shop located in Lisbon, Portugal. The shop has been in operation since 1925 and is known for its high-quality gloves made from the finest materials. What sets Lovaria Ulysses apart is its size. It is considered the smallest glove shop in the world. The shop is only 8 square meters in size, with just enough space for a small counter, a few shelves, and a mirror for customers to try on gloves. The Carmo Convent Ruins and Museum is a historical site located in Lisbon, Portugal. The convent was founded in 1389 by Nuno Álvares Pereira, a Portuguese general and saint, and belonged to the Carmelite order until it was partially destroyed by the earthquake of 1755. The Carmo Convent was never fully rebuilt after the earthquake of 1755 due to a combination of factors. Firstly, the earthquake was a catastrophic event that caused widespread destruction throughout Lisbon, and the city's resources were primarily focused on rebuilding infrastructure and restoring basic services such as housing and sanitation. Secondly, the convent was no longer under the control of the Carmelite order, which had been abolished in Portugal in the early 19th century. Finally, the ruins of the convent came to be seen as a symbol of the earthquake's destructive power and were left as a reminder of the event, rather than being rebuilt. The ruins of the Carmo Convent were eventually donated to the Association of Portuguese Archaeologists in 1864, and the site was transformed into a museum. Over the years, various restoration and conservation projects have been carried out on the site, including repairs to the facade, roofing, and walls. The walls around the convent were reconstructed in 1911 to 1912, and in 1955, public projects were executed to conserve and restore the facades and roofing of the garrison buildings. However, the church itself was never fully rebuilt after the earthquake and remained in ruins. In 1969, another earthquake caused further damage to the church nave. During the Carnation Revolution in 1974, the convent was encircled by military rebels who opposed the Estado Novo regime, and the site eventually became the headquarters of the Republican Guard. Today, the ruins of the convent stand as a fascinating monument to the earthquake's destruction, with the Gothic arches and walls of the church still standing amidst the open sky. Despite these changes, the ruins of the Carmo Convent remain an important historical and cultural landmark in Lisbon.
Big smile, big smile. There you go. This is a lovely hotel where we're staying. It's close to everything. It's close to this Commercia Square. That's the meeting point for everything. If you reach that, you know we've reached home. So, the elevator, which is very noisy. Very tiny elevators in Europe.